So counting of votes for assembly polls will shortly get underway in the Indian states of Haryana and Maharashtra. The ruling BJP is expected to retain power in both states, while the polls are a matter of survival for the opposition Congress Party. These are also the first polls after the Narendra Modi-led BJP government abrogated Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir. Exit polls have predicted a smooth victory for the BJP Shiv Sena alliance in Maharashtra. The other two major parties in the fray, the Congress and NCP, have formed an alliance. Most exit polls have predicted that the BJP will get a majority in Haryana as well. Low voter turnout was recorded in both the states where polling took place on October 21st. The BJP has already announced that both Maharashtra CM Devendra Fadnavis and Haryana CM Manohar Lal Khattar will retain their post if the party comes back to power. Meanwhile, the polls are extremely crucial for the Congress Party, which is seeking an electoral revival after being hit by poor results in the general election and a series of defection after the poll. Now, the Select Committee of Sri Lankan Parliament on the Easter Sunday terror attack in April has said that the Indian High Commission and a hotel frequented by Indians was the target of the attacks that killed more than 250 people, including 40 foreigners. The Sri Lankan Parliament Committee report says, and I quote, "Intelligence information received indicated that the Indian High Commission was one of the potential targets." Now, the committee has also slammed President Prithviraj Shiv Sena for failing on numerous occasions to give leadership. The report further highlights how the director of Sri Lanka's State Intelligence Service on 9th of April sent top-secret letters to Inspector General of Police with copies to Criminal Investigation Department and Chief of the National Intelligence, giving details how Zahran Hashim of the National Tawheed Jamaat planned suicide attacks in the churches. The letter was sent 12 days before the 21st April attacks. In fact, just a day before the massive attack on 20th April 2019, Director of Sri Lanka's State Intelligence Service received a message via WhatsApp from a source that said it is learnt that they are likely to carry out the attack in Sri Lanka at any time on or before 21st of April. The Parliament Committee slammed the intelligence services for failing to take appropriate steps to stop the attacks despite prior warning and did not take steps to keep political leadership briefed. It also pointed out that on three occasions to inform the Sri Lankan president about the impending attacks, including on 16th April when president was to depart for India and Singapore. And here's the latest coming in on the ceasefire in Syria. Donald Trump has announced that the United States will be lifting sanctions on Turkey, hailing the success of a ceasefire along its border with Syria. President Trump made the announcement saying that the U.S. would lift sanctions on Turkey because there will be a permanent ceasefire in the conflict between Turkey and the Kurds in northern Syria.
Over the last 5 days, you have seen that a ceasefire that we established along Syria's border has held, and it's held very well, beyond most expectations. Early this morning, the government of Turkey informed my administration that they would be stopping combat and their offensive in Syria and making the ceasefire permanent, and it will indeed be permanent. However, you would also define the word permanent in that part of the world as somewhat questionable. We all understand that, but I do believe it will be permanent.
President Trump praised Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan as a man who loves his country and thanked him for working on the Syria deal. Trump is taking a victory lap for deciding to withdraw U.S. troops from northern Syria, allowing Turkey to launch a military operation there. Trump's statement comes after a deal was reached on Tuesday between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Turkish President Erdogan.